Well, hello there, Commonwealth. This is Great Grandpa Gamer. We're out at Sunshine Tidings, and we're going to build Nora and Aerie. In fact, we're going to use one of these circular walls we made in a different construction project. That's right, that Tower of Babel you see in the background? Yeah, this was a byproduct. Now imagine drawing an X right through the center of the circle. And we're going to pick the 4 points at the ends of those X's. We'll attach a concrete wall, attach a concrete floor to it, get rid of the wall, attach a warehouse wall, and start building our architectural feature. These are going to be wings. They're glass wings. Yes, friends, this build is going to be insane from start to finish. There's nothing not insane about this. There's the top wing. You're going to replace our concrete wall. Place floor on the other side. And then build a warehouse wall straight down. Use the short pieces this time. You're going to need them. Yeah, this bottom wing is more subject to build order than the top one is. Because it's kind of top down. The game likes it when you build from the bottom up. I got that half okay. Now the slope down is a little trickier. So I placed a wall below that glass piece, the flat glass piece, remove the flat glass piece, place the slope. Now I can remove the wall and I can place the flat glass piece right back. And we'll just fill in the gaps. And we'll just do that to the other 3 vertices. There's 2 wings, friends. Here's what it looks like with 4. Time to fly. Now before this thing gets too tall, I place some cycling lights inside of those glass architectural features. So I extended down, left a gap in between, but built another circle, skipping 1 layer. Just guided the pieces down 1 at a time. Now if I were to pick the 4 vertices that were, opposite of the original 4 vertices, I'll place some supports there. That's looking pretty good. Let's carry straight on down, build 4 legs. If it snaps to the other pillar that's already up there, just rotate a little bit. It'll realign itself to snap to the above pillar instead of the side pillar. Now where to place this? Where to place this? Those legs provide us an opportunity, like an opening. I got it. I got it. Let's make sure this entire settlement has an ostentatious beginning. Yeah. Right there at the end, everybody coming to the settlement has to pass underneath Nora's Aerie. We're going to build some spiral staircases. Now, just to review, I placed 4 quarter floor pieces on the ground by looking straight down. And then I started looking off to the right until the quarter floor piece falls off. Back up a little bit till I just barely see it. And snap 4 more and keep doing that. A lot throughout the day into the night. Well, almost. We're in the shadow of the Tower of Babel. It took me a while to decide which set of stairs I wanted to use. There's a little bit of trial and error, kind of placing it within the tower. And so I just started stripping off everything else. Trial and error, meaning I saved before I placed it, right? But this is the set I liked best. The center looks nice and smooth. The outside is not so jagged. Here's another good time to save. Oh yeah, unless you want to rebuild that entire staircase, save before you move this in. I got it wrong, I think, 5 times. Thank goodness for the quick save. All right. Come on, let's see what we got. All right, so far this thing is just insane. And not feasible. It's not feasible yet. A lot of our efforts are going to be to make this thing feasible. But there are many ways. I actually want a house on top of this for Nora. And if I tried to use the spiral staircase all the way up, the hole I'd have to make for the spiral staircase would be as big around as the spiral staircase. It just wasn't feasible. So we finished off the spiral staircase with just a little landing and then used the warehouse steps to go on up into her house. And we have as big a floor as we could possibly get up here. We are, let's start making some walls. Those who live in glass houses. Now we're building the walls. I gotta tell you, I had a nightmare in front of me. See, there's a problem. How am I going to attach this thing to the concrete superstructure? How? You don't get to see the 20 different things I tried to make that happen. But if you keep on trying, you'll ultimately come up with a solution. Yep, I keep from falling the 20th time. There's a support right there. It goes straight down into the concrete superstructure, up to the floor, but not beyond the floor. How'd I do that? Remove a piece of the floor. Place concrete. It went above the level of the floor. Snap another one to the top, remove the bottom one. I can put the floor back. Now if I scoot a barn pillar, a half pillar mind you, right next to that concrete, I could be more or less assured that it's above the superstructure. Snap a full length pillar to it. This great grandpa's gamer's pillar trick. Snap a half length, remove everything on top. Now we'll just carry that pillar straight into the superstructure. Perfection. I was sweating bullets on that one, friends. Do it as many times as you think it needs. But we have successfully supported our house. And I reserve the right to change my mind. Now those wings look like they're floating in midair. Got to do something about that. So by extending the superstructure out at the 4 vertices, it kind of looks like it's touching them. We'll carry that on down a little bit, but I don't know, I don't like the look of that. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, this is working. Just to add some color. These are the Nuka-Cola drapes from the Nuka-Cola CC. That just pleased the heck out of me, friends. I love that part. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Another idea. Let's get the other corner of the wings. Do whatever makes you happy to support them. Or leave them out, it's entirely up to you. So, just supporting the corners is not quite enough. I felt like we needed to suspend the rest of the wing. So 5 conduits on top of the architectural structure and 2 up top. Connect 5 to 2 twice. There we are. Now for the roof, for the upper wings, to get a little bit more creative, I had to build a landing on top. Fortunately, the warehouse roofs come with these neat little grid structures. So we just snap those into place and place some street lights up here, connected to our conduits. Friends, sometimes it's easier to connect the wires when the items are close to you, as long as when you move it, it's still in range. Yeah, that saved me some time. And falling down. That was the most important thing to me. And since we built a landing up there, let's just use it. It took me a little while to figure out how I was going to get up there. Trial and error. Build the wrong way, remove it, it's okay. That's what it's all about, friends. Build until you're happy. Don't be afraid to take things down. Here's our landing. Let's fill the gaps. And that's what we have time for. The rest is all decorating. Let's take a look.
Thanks for your help, friend.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here.
You go, Nora. Hey, what are these speakers doing here? I wouldn't touch those, Nora. I would not touch those. Oh! Turn it off! Good Lord, are they out of their minds? You could hear those all the way to Sanctuary. Man! Might as well be ringing for a month. Here's Nora's apartment. Yep, we built her a restroom using the Nuka-Cola drapes and some conduits. Used a few CC furnishings and paintings and plans. But we made that table right there with a little bitty rug and an ashtray. Don't you think about going back to those shelves. I'll put you in the stocks right quick. Installed a huge support column right in the center. I had to. In fact, another one ended right there. Man, this thing is vertigo round and round. Wow. Modified the supports a little bit. And now we have a plausible structure. Supported, suspended, decorated, even added a few more decorations to the outside. So friends, thank you so much for showing up, watching this video with me. What there's more. I was going to say have a great day and bye-bye. What do you mean there's more? Throw a switch? What switch? That switch. Well, okay. No!